This week on Socratic Cinema.
Are garbage. They're so bad. They're so bad. And the ones that are good happen to be good not because of anything that he did, but just because of sheer luck.
It's called that triple D. Do the deed, you die.
Okay. The only triple D I acknowledge is diners, drive-ins, and dives.
And that's winnable. So the message of Willy's Wonderland really is isolate the 1v1s.
Why, hello there, children. Welcome to Socratic Cinema's Wonderland.
It's always shocking.
My name's Kasey Clark.
I'm Charlie Heatherly.
And I'm James DeLisio.
And we're so happy to have you here.
Oh, she's so creepy.
Kasey, what's this voice? What accent? What voice is this?
My skinwalker voice.
Your skinwalker.
Mummified
Holy
Texan.
your Wendigo voice. Jeez.
My Wendigo voice. This is the voice that if you hear it in a backcountry town at a gas station, you don't stop.
Oh my God.
It's always haunting when one of us decides to do an accent in the beginning without telling
No, it
anybody.
really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
I'm never ready because no one ever warns anybody.
No, exactly. I don't for this exact reason. Anyways, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Socratic Cinema. We already introduced ourselves, but we got a very special episode for you guys. But before we do that, we have some very important people to thank. James, who do we have to thank?
This episode of the Socratic Cinema podcast was made possible by viewers like you. Thank you. Today, we want to thank, that's like what they would do in PBS Kids, you know?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Today, it's like on Arthur, they do that a lot. Today, we're thanking our patrons because it's the first episode of the month. And that means that we got some patrons to thank. Thank you to, ready? I'm going to rapid fire. John DeLisio, Rachel DeLisio, Lisa DeLisio, Samuel Copeland, Ethan Rudder, Jeanette Clark, Heather and Michael Clark, Mariah Helm, Peter DeLisio, Roger Anderson, Christopher Heatherly, Salvador Reyes, and last but not least, Mr. SkullHammerSmash. Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts to the bottom of yours for supporting the channel, helping us grow, helping us flourish, and become the best version of ourselves. We couldn't do it without you, and we love you.
Love you.
So big hug and kiss to them. If you want to have your name,
Kisses.
Okay, not from that voice.
yeah, okay. Well, if you would like to become a patron and have your name read out and get a big hug and kiss from me, you could do so at patreon.com/Socratic Cinema for as little as $1 a month, which is like basically nothing at that point, right? Basically. So you could just do it if you wanted to. You just could. But today, do you guys remember like a year ago when we watched Tenet?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, it was a year in the future that we watched Tenet.
You're right.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I forgot. Actually, I didn't. I like whatever the opposite of forgot is because it's in the future. I like future forgot.
Remember?
Yeah, no. But something that hasn't happened yet, like Attack Titan kind of.
Oh, okay. I get you.
Oh,
I get
yeah.
you.
Yeah. At the very end of that episode, we said something cryptic and horrifying that would haunt us forever. Do you remember what it was?
That we would watch a little tiny movie called Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah, it was. It was that we'd watch the 2025 Best Picture from the future Willy's Wonderland. And that hex has followed us for like a year now. And we tried to avoid it. We've tried to run. And then I opened my Hulu and I saw it there. And we could run no longer. So today we are walking face first into hell, watching Willy's Wonderland. This is our cursed destiny that we've tried to escape, but the weight of the prophecy was just too much. And now you all have to pay the price of hearing us talk about Willy's Wonderland. For those who don't know, Willy's Wonderland is this little flick that came out last February, about a year ago. It's Five Nights at Freddy's. It is
just Five Nights at Freddy's.
It's just Five Nights at Freddy's. It's starring Nick Cage. for some reason, and he doesn't talk, and that's like the whole movie. That's the gist. Like that's the plot summary is that it's Five Nights at Freddy's, but Nick Cage, and he doesn't talk.
Yep.
So initial impressions, guys. Any fun thoughts to kick this off?
When I was watching the movie, I couldn't believe it was happening. Like 20 minutes in, you're like, oh, okay, so Nick Cage isn't talking. That's great. That's a fun stylistic choice. They're probably going to break that later for like a cool, like badass final line, right? And then as soon as you get to the end of the movie, he's driving off into the sunset, still does not say anything. They commit to the bit. The bit is committed to, and I think that is the one review that I can have of this movie, is that it is all one big bit, and they commit to it very, very well. And objectively, it is incredibly shoddily made. The sound design is particularly awful, but on an entertainment level and on a like joke master to joke master appreciation level, I have to love this movie. And there's no way that I can't. This is like, to me, what Malignant should have been, and what I hope Malignant was. So to me, this movie is a very fun 8 out of 10. Drink some highly caffeinated soda while you watch it with friends.
Breakneck take with Malignant there. Absolutely
right. I was
shattering
not
take.
expecting you to say that.
You're fascinating.
Wow.
Yeah. Kasey, what did you think?
Okay, this movie, listen, the production level, I was like, okay, I kind of know what I'm getting into here. What I was not prepared for was Nicolas Cage beating the ever-loving snot out of a like animatronic bird and ripping its spine out, and I was like, "Hey yo,
0 to 100 real
0 to 100 real quick." And again, like immediately, I was getting FNAF vibes. When we say FNAF, that's just Five Nights at Freddy's. It's a video game that's been around for
too long.
Yeah.
We don't need to title.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to know more about it, you can search it up, do a deep dive over like the last couple of months with the release of Security Breach. I've done a deep dive into
Are
the
you
lore.
in a FNAF phase?
I can't.
Yes.
I can't. Like, it was just interesting.
You cut out Russ.
It was just interesting.
No.
No, it's not
you
like
said
it's
William
not like,
Afton before recording, and I knew you were too far.
Welcome to the dark side, Kasey.
Bro.
Oh my gosh! Have
but
you been
it'll
watching
help for
Game
this
Theory?
episode.
Yeah,
What?
it's going to help for this
You
episode.
mean gameplay?
No, the channel Game Theory.
Oh no.
Oh my God! People say that I sound like Matt Pat from Game Theory, so it's really
Oh
coming
wait,
full
I
circle.
watched a video that had Matt Pat in it. Does that count?
Yes, he's
Dang.
Mr. FNAF. Oh my
He's
gosh.
I know he's Mr. FNAF. But it
my
was
bad.
just an overview of lore. It was the 20-minute one instead of like the hour and some
Okay.
odd.
Fair.
Yeah. But yes, my TikTok was rolling in FNAF.
Oh my gosh.
So that's a little tidbit about me that no one asked for. But yeah, we can go into the like the literal cut and dry similarities, even the copy and paste similarities later. But overall, this is a movie that you experience it, and then you have to force every other person that you know to experience it as well. And I guess that helps with the rewatchability, but I would not give this movie above a 5. Like maybe for like
Lame.
5 for enjoyment.
Coward.
And simply like, like everything that could go bad does go bad, and it's just weird. It is just a weird funky movie. And I actually have another interesting, like weird, funky movie as a recommendation that I will reveal at the end of the episode.
Oh, sheesh.
We don't even know what this movie is.
No clue. That was unannounced. So Willy's Wonderland threw me to the floor and then kicked me repeatedly in the head. This movie was insane.
I was jumped by the animatronic.
Oh yeah, it hit me with a metal bat and then lit me on fire and shot me. It was terrible. It was just I'm glad it was short. I'll say that. I also want to say, just from second one, you knew this was going to be crazy when you had like the guy they clearly hired as a stunt driver driving the car, doing these crazy drifts, and then it would like cut to the most Adobe stock font for the opening credits.
Yeah.
It was so just weird. Charlie said before we recorded that this is his favorite YouTube video ever, and that's
yes,
that is spot on what this looks like. It looks like a fan film. But listen, it's hard to make a movie, right? They made this movie. This movie exists, so I guess props for that. I will say, I appreciate the usage of practical effects.
Yes,
that is that is a thing that I will say I like. Nick Cage, I don't know how he wound up here. I think he was like kidnapped and drugged, and he just woke up on the set of Willy's Wonderland.
No, what?
And
I
he
feel
was
like he actively chose it.
I
feel like he wrote.
I think I like to think they wrote out lines for him, but then he got to set and he was just like, I'm not saying it.
He's like, I'm not doing it. I'm here, but I will not do it.
Right, it's the bare minimum. You would do it too for a check. I mean,
it's not a check. Like, Nicolas Cage is one of those actors like Robert Pattinson and like Willem Dafoe, except they have higher standards, who just does things because they're weird. Like, some of the movies that Nick Cage is in are garbage. They're so bad. And the ones that are good happen to be good, not because of anything that he did, but just because of sheer luck. It is a miracle that Pig, the movie about the kidnapped truffle hunting pig that Nick Cage has to go through the mean streets of like Oregon's high restaurant scene to find, like, it's a miracle that movie is good. So Nick Cage does this stuff on purpose. Absolutely.
I think we're gonna frame this episode as a pig episode. Like, we'll put the thumbnail and title as pig, and then they start the episode and it's just Willy's Wonderland.
I think Willy's Wonderland would do better on YouTube, but whatever you say.
Yeah.
I'm just trying like desperately to think of things to say. I thought there was some fun interactions with the like teen group. I have
a question for the teen group. The tall guy with the big forehead, he's a Vine star, right? Like, he did Vine stuff.
That's what one of my sweet mates said. I'm not sure.
I recognized him, and I was like, I recognize him from somewhere, and it's not acting.
I'm not gonna lie. You saying the tall guy with the big forehead didn't do anything for me.
Yeah,
the one with the black hair.
Oh, the guy,
Christian Del Grosso.
Yes. No, he totally did Vine content, like skits and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very true.
Could you imagine if they were all just Vine stars?
If I seen King
I was about to say King
No.
Oh, no. Thomas Sanders in there.
I'm sorry. I would have had to turn it off.
Yeah.
Genuinely, Lele Pons as Lil.
Please. Yes, that would have been incredible.
The amount of legal substances that I would have had to put in my body to enjoy that movie.
This movie
if it was just all Vine stars.
It had a lot of twists and turns.
Did y'all see the Liv turn though? Like, the girl from the beginning was gonna be.
Yes.
Yeah.
From a mile away. Obvious twist to ever grace the screens.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm more talking about the whole, like, I was not expecting them to explain lore-wise any of the reasons the animatronics are evil. I thought it was just going to be like, they just are.
No. That's a feature of these bad movies, is they have extensive lore.
Yeah.
The whole point is
that
there's
just
like
happens to be copied from another place.
Yeah. No, exactly. Like, these movies revel in the exposition dump. they revel in being able to tell you how deep of a plot that they have while simultaneously delivering it in the most ham-fisted way possible.
It's like Peelonomics, but if they just tried to just totally bungled it.
The fact that we have compared this movie to a Jordan Peele movie is nuts.
This is
that shouldn't be legal.
It actually makes me sad.
Get Out, Us,
on the second to
Willy's
last
Wonderland.
day of Black History Month.
It's not over yet, baby.
Does that count as a hate crime doing that? I don't know.
We're taking it out with a bang.
Jesus.
This isn't going to come out in February, though. This is going to come out in March.
Fair.
What did we talk about here? I mean, obviously, okay, listen.
I've so much.
It is just Five Nights at Freddy's, right? Like, we can talk about the comparisons, but the comparison is the entire movie. You know, like, it just, the whole thing is. And what's fascinating is that Warner Brothers has owned the rights to make a Five Nights at Freddy's movie since like 2014.
Oh God.
And they just haven't. Scott Cawthon, the developer of the games, came out once and revealed that they have gone through 7 scripts for the FNAF movie. And,
wow.
And all of them sucked too much to make. And right now they're just thinking that there will not be a FNAF movie. But don't worry, because Nick Cage and the Willy's Wonderland crew are here to make sure that we got one anyways.
Wow.
Well, because this is just the better version of FNAF, right? Like, because in a FNAF movie...
Listen.
In a FNAF movie, you can't kill the animatronics. That's not what happens in FNAF. The animatronics are like really powerful, and you just have to escape from them. In Willy's Wonderland, the whole satisfaction is that you get to murder the villain in increasingly ridiculous ways that include stabbing a knight with a giant sword of his own creation. Like,
yeah, that's a good point.
The whole point is you can kill the creatures in Willy's Wonderland.
Imagine being able to kill William Afton by beating him to death with like a mop and a bag full of bangs. I would be so upset, bro. My cause of death is bang energy. Are you kidding me? A rock star? A monster? You beat me to death with a rock star?
I will say, that reminded me, Nick Cage is not a hero in this film at all.
Oh no,
he is such a he's deranged. That man.
What is his character?
Well, he feels like an entity. Like he's not human.
Yes,
he's like an eldritch, and he's just here. It's like these teenagers being murdered mercilessly, and Nick Cage is like
playing a game.
He's like, sorry, I'm on break. You handle this.
No, the way he handed her the knife and was like, I'll see you in like 20 minutes.
Insane. But I will say I do like the framing, like structurally of the breaks. Like I thought that was a funny, like, I don't know, a fun way to break it up and like have some sense of continuity going. It did make for a very repetitive movie, right? Kill an animatronic, pinball montage. Kill an animatronic, pinball montage. But, you know, it sort of was one of those like therapeutic, you know how doing like small repetitive motions can be therapeutic sometimes? Like it was like that, but in a movie where it was just like, I turned my brain off I just let it wash over me.
No, like
I just sit and absorb Willy's Wonderland whenever I'm stressed. It's just it's an hour and 28 minutes of ASMR and murder.
This is so true. Can we talk about that for a second? That this movie is only an hour and 28 minutes.
Thank God.
And how beautiful that is for cinema as a whole to have a message that you can communicate in less than 2.5 hours. I'm looking at you, Irishman.
Hey, Charlie, what was the message of Willy's Wonderland?
The message of Willy's Wonderland is that sometimes you have to confront your darkest fears, which might manifest themselves as some of your fondest memories.
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought the message...
the victim is really the monster.
Yes, exactly. Sometimes you got to feel bad for the satanic serial killers.
I like when they did the Watchmen line and we're like, he's not locked in here with them. They're locked in here with him.
I love that. I was like, period. Exactly.
Because I was thinking of that line while I was watching it. Like, legit, I thought of the line and I was like, it'd be funny if they said that. And then they did. They committed to the bit. I'm telling you, it's the best part.
This movie's one big inside joke that we all missed.
No, for real. Literally.
I also appreciate the animatronic design, I guess. I thought the chameleon was pretty creepy. They were all creepy.
I liked the Spanish one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, why
She said no más.
No
No
más.
más, por favor, as she's beating him with a freaking
Yeah, the only one with
shotgun.
remorse or pain is
on
that
the
one.
list of things I did not expect to see in Willy's Wonderland, racial caricatures was on
Yeah.
that list.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
literally. What? You know what I was proud of? The black character did not die first.
I was gonna say that. I was
like, cheers. I mean, he was too busy getting bow, bow, bow.
right. It did do a classic horror movie move where if you do the deed, you die.
Yep.
That's called that triple
Sorry.
D. Do the deed, you die.
Okay. The only triple D I acknowledge is diners, drive-ins, and die.
Stop.
I think the only way this movie could have been improved is if instead of Nick Cage, it was
It was Guy Fieri. I
and
would pay good money to see Guy Fieri beat a weasel to death.
he busts out the door and he's like, "We're going to Flavor Town."
Town.
I was
He's
waiting.
just changing shirts, just changing flame
Changing
buttons.
flame shirts. I was waiting for Nick Cage to be like, they should have given him one line and have it be the kind of line where they like shoehorn in the title of the movie. So he's like, "Now I'm going to Willy's Wonderland."
No.
Now I've become Willy's Wonderland.
Do you know that thing in movies, like especially in Disney movies, like Encanto, where they make like a really interesting choice and then they don't stick to it? Like how in Encanto, I can't believe I'm comparing Willy's Wonderland to Encanto.
Encanto.
All right, yeah, okay. I got a Californian surfer guy.
What about
I get it.
Shang-Chi?
I've never pronounced it like that. I've pronounced
No, I'm
Shang-Chi
just-
correctly each and every time.
So go on about Encanto.
Yeah, about Encanto.
Yeah.
So in Encanto, they have it where all the family members lose their stop laughing at me, where they lose their powers. But then they just reverse that, right? To me, the not talking is such a strong choice that you expect them to reverse because you've seen it so many times in other movies. You're like, he has to say the one-liner. He has to say something. And then they don't. They never cash it in. Do you know how genius that is? Do you know how revolutionary that is?
Fun behind the scenes fact about this movie is it was planned to give Nick Cage a line. Like they were gonna give him one line to break it, but then they cut it. They were like, no,
Yes.
we gotta commit.
We got
to
a
the bit.
stag, yeah.
The Albert Einstein of the film industry, whoever made that choice.
Yeah, honestly, just what would we do without Willy's Wonderland? Just groundbreaking cinema. It's so good I can't talk. It's groundbreaking cinema.
Yeah. This movie ran so that Malignant could stumble and fall.
Yeah, Malignant. I'm thinking about that movie again now since you said that. That's Malignant could have been amazing.
If it was Willy's Wonderland, it could have been amazing.
Yeah, if like instead of the whole like face on the back of their head thing, they replaced it with like, I'm thinking like animatronics maybe.
Yeah.
And then instead of being set in like the real world, they set it in like a broken down pizza entertainment establishment. I think Malignant could have been really good. But they didn't.
So true.
And Willy's
My
Wonderland took
God.
that idea instead.
It wasn't
Okay.
even its idea.
Kasey just wants Matt Pat to show up.
I know.
No, don't do that.
Kasey's Matt Pat's biggest fan, and
No.
I've actually met him. I've met
What?
Matt. I have a picture
What?
with Matt Pat. Yeah.
Wait, I remember this. Oh my, you've told me this before.
I went to Disneyland one time and I saw Matt Pat in the line for the Tiki room with his wife. And I was like, is that Matt? I was like 14 when this happened. Is that Matt Pat? I go to my father and he's like, I don't know, ask him. So I just happened to go up and ask him and he's like, oh my God. Super nice guy, incredibly kind. Asked me like what kinds of theories I want to see, like told me to take a selfie. I was like, this guy's great. And he was with his wife.
That's
I
so
was like,
wholesome.
Yeah, Matt Pat's great. like really genuine, cool dude. But
friend of the podcast, you know.
Friend of the podcast. Yeah, he's coming on next.
To come on, but he's kind of busy.
Hold on, wait.
We're kind of busy actually.
Knock, knock, knock. Hey guys, it's me, Matt Pat.
Oh my gosh. You do sound like him.
Oh man, yeah.
I swear you do.
Wait, I got a question for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
If you were in the janitor's situation, that's the official name of Nicolas Cage's character. If you were in the janitor's situation, would you be able to beat up those animatronics?
No, I'd scream and cry and throw up and die.
Oh, okay. Wait, so one yes and one no. Explain.
James, you want to go first?
I'm just
Lily boy. Sorry, I'm
Lily
sorry.
Lily boy?
What does that mean? Hold on, break that one down.
You have lily white hands that are
Lily
unscathed
boy.
by work.
No, Kasey, step back and walk me through the thought process behind that. Like the flower?
Yes.
Why?
It's just kind of delicate and
Just kind of okay.
James is the buffest
it's
among
still
us.
pretty.
Like a subtle beauty kind of thing.
Yeah,
I
like a
appreciate
subtle
it.
pretty-
Yeah, I
yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah.
Jerk.
I love you, James.
So I said that I would scream and throw up and then die because mainly I'm a scared little boy, and there were scary animatronics, and also they're like robots with hydraulic limbs.
No, they're not.
And they're
That's a
stronger
lie.
than me. They're stronger than me. I think. Maybe I would pour a cup of water on them. I don't know why he didn't consider that. He has all that bang energy.
That's what did William Afton did.
Didn't he?
What?
I don't even. Casey knows
That's
more
what
about this than
initially
any of
killed
us.
him, guys.
No, he
Come
climbed
on.
in the suit and it
my
Yeah,
squished
he
him.
climbed in the suit, and then the
No, they didn't climb in the
and then
suits.
the kid. No, he
Charlie,
climbed into
you
the
don't know what you're talking
suit.
about. He got in a suit and the spring locks activated and killed him from inside the suit.
Yeah.
Okay,
William
Charlie.
Afton's
killed him.
not Willy's Wonderworld. I see.
Charlie,
Yeah.
maybe
No,
like
different. Oh my goodness!
don't talk about what
guys,
you don't know,
Willy
Charlie.
And William Bro, guys.
Casey, I don't know that one was
cut and
intentional.
dry.
Casey, I don't know that one was
No,
intentional. I'm not gonna
okay,
lie.
but still.
I don't think they
Still.
studied the lore that much.
Okay, you're right.
Anyways, yeah, I would die. I think I could take out if I really tried and just had like a Tatakae moment. I could maybe take out one. But yeah, that just seems like a lot of work to kill all of them. Why do they not pursue him more? Like the bots just kind of let him have a break. That's really weird.
Always one-on-one, and why doesn't he attack them first?
Right. Okay. Well, this is the thing, right? A 1v8 is incredibly difficult, but 8 1v1s is winnable. This is the CSGO strategy.
logic.
This is the CSGO
Yeah.
logic. Is if it's a 1v5, you're gonna lose. So you isolate the 1v1s. It's 5 1v1s, and that's winnable. So the message of Willy's Wonderland really is isolate the 1v1s. I think I could. Actually no. Let my hubris not get in the way. I would definitely not make it out of this situation. But Kasey was real confident that she could. So.
Casey said yes.
Oh yeah. I mean, I thought James, because you lift, you work out. I'm like, if you aren't for everyone out there, everyone out there that lifts, if you're not lifting with the intention of beating the living crap out of an animatronic, why are you going to the gym, bro?
I know. Wrong motivation.
For what? For what?
I don't have an answer.
All those gains, and for what? To fold underneath a weasel.
Oh my gosh.
Embarrassing.
Oh, you're right.
Embarrassing.
So go
Me,
on. Why would you win?
I'm
What's your
built
strategy?
different because listen, let's say in this situation, I still have the punch stuff, right? You think I'm just gonna double up on that stuff. Instead of taking one, I'm gonna be chugging 2, and then I'm be doing 2 at a time.
Yo, you're gonna caffeinate.
I'm gonna caffeinate. I'm not gonna be taking I'm just gonna, instead of taking the breaks of cleaning, I'm just gonna go bink, 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 one one after the other.
A heart
Why am I
attack
waiting?
will die.
Why am I waiting?
Here's a logistical question. Do we also have to clean the establishment, and do we also have to care for the lives of...
I'm gonna wait till the end. Like, listen, by the time that the kids had got there, he was like two bodies in, two bodies at the floor, two of them. If he had done my strategy, went 2 and 2, he would have been 4 down and only had like half of them left. You know, that is how math works. People to be out there killing kids, bro.
Are we concerned with the lives of are the teenagers part of this in our scenario?
I mean, yeah, but he wasn't concerned about the lives of the teenagers.
Well, what I'm saying is, if he was more concerned about the lives of the teens, it would have gone way faster. Like, that man intentionally dragged it on by letting the teens get killed.
The teens are useless. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's what I'm saying is like, take the scene where he's with Liv and he's like, okay, you handle this. And then she obviously doesn't handle it and he has to come back and save her. If he had just handled it from the start himself, that would have taken a quarter of the time.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason he didn't just shotgun all of them.
Also, there's a weird inconsistency of like boot up time between like him coming back to Liv, because Liv could not have held off Frog Girl for that long.
There was so much weird stuff also. Yeah, like that ballerina one. Like,
oh yeah,
kid, like there's
crazy.
a shot of her just like jumping Liv. Well, there's a shot where she just like jumps Liv and then it cuts away and she's fine.
Because she stabbed him. She stabbed the ballerina bot.
Was that just subtext? Was that implied? Because
no, she says
she physically stabs her.
Oh, she just says it.
Yeah, she says, and you also see the oil blood on the ground.
Note to self, you can't really shank an animatronic. Between the 4th and 5th rib, there's what? Not a heart.
Yeah. I mean, the felt exterior, you can cut through.
No, for real.
It's got metal bones.
Metal bones. Yep.
No, that's the other rule of Willy's Wonderland, is these aren't actually animatronics. These are people in suits.
Yep.
That when you rip them open happen to be made of metal. Because you can just toss these guys, like animatronics weigh a lot. Nick Cage could just body them so easily. So you got to factor that into it. Because if I was in this situation, I want you to think of the first word that comes to your mind when you think of Charlie. All right?
Brown.
Rage.
Yep. What? Hold on. Okay, rage, sure, yeah. I was thinking Scrappy. Brown was not really
Charlie Brown. What are you talking about?
I mean, if you want a profile, whatever.
I mean, you called him Charlie White last.
That was the best joke any of us have ever made.
I did that introduction because we had to like say a funny thing associated with our names, and I was like, I'm Charlie Brown but white, and then everyone was like, what? I don't get the joke. So your joke failed me, James. When I was
that's
in
so
situation.
sad and embarrassing for you. Oh my gosh.
Oh
yeah.
Did you say that like in class?
Yeah, I said that in class.
Oh my gosh.
And my stomach just started hurting.
It didn't work out, and I was like, well, and like multiple people have made that joke to me, and I have liked it each time. So I don't understand why it failed at that moment. People in my classes are just not funny.
This is so sick and twisted.
Or entertaining. Like, I hate it.
That's a Joker moment right there.
No, it's a Joker moment, and I would channel that anxiety and rage into the fury that I feel when I'm beating up robots.
You know the picture of the Joker, of Arthur Fleck like holding the joke book at the comedy show? That was Charlie. Oh my gosh. I'm still thinking about our scenario. Do the cops come help me eventually? Like,
okay. No, they come hurt you eventually. The cops didn't help, dude.
The cops didn't. Well, again, accurate depiction.
Yeah, this is a real ACAB movie.
Not like even the good cop got his munch.
Yeah, the second he said wife and kids, I knew he was.
Oh yeah, I'm like, dang.
Yeah, this guy's not.
L.
Crazy that this movie had a B plot amidst everything, right? This movie had a C plot. It was Nick Cage, and then there was the kids, and then there was the cops. Like, there's a lot going on in this film textually.
Yeah, it's nuanced.
It is. I can't bring myself to call it nuanced.
You guys are such cowards. I can't believe that you
You
didn't.
guys.
That you wouldn't give this movie like a 7 out of 10 at minimum. That's ridiculous to me.
No, it's a 3.
It's not a 3. Okay, like if we're talking about the craft of filmmaking, this movie is a 1. It is awful and bad, and I could make a better one, and I make bad movies.
Well, I couldn't make a better one, but I'm still
okay,
gonna judge it.
I'm being hyperbolic, James. God.
No, Charlie, that was everything you say on here is taken literally.
Yeah, absolutely true in every way, shape, and form.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm an authority because this has been Matt Pat talking the entire time.
Oh,
Back to
gosh.
Charlie. Oh, shoot! The body snatchers and shenanigans that are going on. But what was I saying? What was I talking
Tethered
about?
Charlie is just Matt Pat.
Sorry, I was in the quiet place. I can't, or no, the
Quiet
Twilight
Place.
Zone. Where are they? The sunken place. That's where
I
it
was
is.
chilling with John Krasinski
I
over in
know,
the Quiet
literally.
Place. Could you imagine if in a Quiet Place 3, they just get to this really quiet room and they're like, holy guys, we found the Quiet Place.
I found the
credits roll.
Quiet Place.
Oh my God. In terms of horror movies, how did we review Willy's Wonderland before we watched Quiet Place 1 or 2?
Quiet Place 2 is such a good movie.
It's just Last of Us though.
Well, that's why I like it. I think I like Quiet Place 2 better than 1, honestly. And that's a hot
Ooh.
take. But I
That
like
is
The Last of Us
yeah.
vibes. It might also be because it was the first movie I saw back in theaters. Incredible experience.
Oh my God. Time is a construct. I can't believe that it was that long ago.
Yeah.
That short ago.
I
Wow.
can't believe I've been talking for what feels like an eon and it's only been 36 minutes.
Of Socratic Cinema
Of
Podcast.
Socratic Cinema Podcast. This episode is
Wow.
killing me. It's breaking my bones one at a
Listen,
time.
That's right.
if we just filled it with FNAF lore, we'd
At
get
this
up
point,
to
yeah.
50 minutes.
At this point, we fade out and we just put the audio from a game theory video.
From a game
Yep.
video.
Yep. Did you guys know that Scott Cawthon is incredibly religious?
I did.
Yeah.
He had his background in making Christian video games.
Yep.
And someone said, these are so ugly and they look like animatronics. And he said, you know what? I'm going to run with that.
You know what? Write that down. Write
Cawthon
that down.
also got in some hot water for like donating to conservative politicians or something. I remember that was a
Ooh.
big deal for a while. And then people promptly forgot when he made another Robo game.
The internet is a fickle place of
It
limited
is a fickle
understanding.
place.
But
They
also
said,
like
a security breach.
Scott Cawthon is like one dude who's made this entire franchise. Like that's kind of he's an auteur. That's kind of
I
like
don't call him an auteur.
But is he a Tyler Perry auteur or like
Yeah.
a legit auteur?
He's a Tyler. I'm sorry, Tyler Perry. I'm sure that you're great,
Don't
but also
apologize to him.
I can't take another Medea film. I'm sorry. Not
Bro,
good,
I
bad.
love how on a tangent, Tyler Perry like, I'm not gonna do Medea no more. I don't like putting the dress on. If you don't
what?
put the wig on, put the wig and moo on, Tyler. You made a promise that you couldn't keep. You were
Why aren't
expecting
you in
to put it in the
uniform?
close?it
It's like in
then
Spider-Man.
you said, oh, well, Medea Homecoming, Medea spin-off film. Please put the wig away.
It's like,
Put the
yeah,
wig
Charlie
away.
Spider-Man no more. The shot of him like walking away from the
Spider-Man
suit.
no more.
Gosh.
Oh,
Do you think we're going to see Willy's Wonderland 2 back to Willy's Revenge?
okay. I thought they were going to do it when they had the two animatronics survive and then they killed them both, which I was sad about. I want this to become like a really bad B film franchise that has a $10,000 budget each time.
Yeah, the Willy's Wonderland cinematic universe. Yeah.
Yeah, like I want the cinematographers who work on this to be literally eating only like Cuppo ramen for 4 months as they're making it. I want the most deranged product that you can possibly make.
They'll call the
Because
second one
Yes.
sister location. They'll call it brother location.
Cousin location.
Cousin location.
I was really like,
Estranged parent location.
I wish of the 8 animatronics, one of them just would have been like one of the ones from Five Nights at Freddy's. And
No,
they just
literally
never
the
talk about it.
ballerina.
Oh, well,
They have
yeah.
a ballerina.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have
yeah,
a
yeah.
gator.
They do. To be fair, this movie predates The Gator. So Security Breach stole that from this one.
They predate the Gator.
Wait, so Scott Cawthon ripped off Willy's Wonderland.
Oh, that is a take.
No, we're not doing this.
I'm
not doing this.
Charlie, I'm with it. I'm standing in solidarity with that take.
Wait, this is incredible. I just looked up Willy's Wonderland on Google, and the first question is Willy's Wonderland real or fake?
This movie's gonna psyop.
Is it a joke? Is this camera on me?
We're all test subjects.
I know they're talking about the location, but it's just so funny.
You know that tweet format where it's like, blank has been a social experiment conducted by Harvard University. You've all been test subjects.
Yeah.
It's Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah. No, literally. Removes like clamps keeping my eyes open. Like
it's like the Matrix. We're gonna wake up one day in the world where Willy's Wonderland doesn't exist.
Yeah, the utopia.
But I'm glad we saw it.
Would have wanted.
I think comic book series has been confirmed for this.
Really?
You're lying. No, it's beginning. It's beginning. No.
I'm here for it. Like, you remember how during the Oscar episode we were talking about how like this is all happening to ensure that we're on the timeline that survives. You know, Willy's Wonderland had to exist. There was no other way. I think this is all leading us towards some terrible purpose in the future.
Willy's Wonderland FNAF crossover.
Okay. Can I put another curse on us? Another hex?
Yeah. Hex
sure,
away.
Why not?
So we have come down this long and arduous road of discussing a movie that involves a killer animatronic or a killer set of animatronics.
Mm-hmm.
There is not another Willy's Wonderland, but might I introduce you to the Banana Splits movie, a 2019 American-Canadian comedy horror film directed by Danishka Esterhazy from a screenplay written by Jade Ilinov and Scott Thomas.
What is it about?
A horror reimagining of Hanna-Barbera's 1968 children's television series, The Banana Splits.
No. Automatic no. Leave Hannah alone. Do not sully her good name.
I think we're going to have to confront that dark reality at some point. But Kasey, what was your...
Okay, guys, my recommendation... Are y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
So there is this little movie. This little movie. It's called Rudder. It's about a sentient
I know
tire
with,
with telekinesis. And it like focuses on this one girl and it goes around blowing people's heads off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it all I won't tell you the twist, but it's weird. It's insane. And it's a movie that got made.
I think Rubber is one we're going to have to watch. Yeah, my bad. Sorry. I think we're also at some point going to have to watch the Cube trilogy. Circle is another one.
Can I make a statement live on air? Because I really want this to happen, but I don't think either of you are going to agree with me.
I mean, I can't stop you.
Can we make it a series where once a month we watch an incredibly bad horror movie?
Once a month is a lot of real estate.
Once 1/4 of our content
that's 25% of our content
is devoted to movies like Rubber.
Once a year, once a quarter.
No, not once a year. No, come on. This is great. Think of all the fun we could have if we watched Rubber.
We can have a lot of fun. Shared pain, I think.
Was Willy's Wonderland not a fun experience to you? I'm sorry that it wasn't in black and white and Joaquin Phoenix didn't star. All right?
I'm not going to watch it again.
Don't act like...
Yeah. If Chloe Zhao would have directed, I'm sure you would have loved it. But this is the people's movie. This is the movie of the masses.
Who saw it? What masses? I don't think that many people saw this movie.
People love this movie. And people love Socratic cinema.
Actually, you're right. Many people saw it.
And together, we can craft a cult following for movies that deserve it.
You know, viewer, if you liked this episode and you want us to do more movies like this, you can drop a comment on this episode and let us know and say, hey, I want to see more of this. Do you guys see what I'm doing? Do you guys have any objections? Is it okay if I do this?
To the
Yeah,
3
you can-
people that have gotten this far in.
Goodbye, dude. I'm tired. Thank you for watching. It's so hard. It's so hard, guys. It's a hard life here.
It's okay.
Being cursed and having dark prophecies we're forced to undergo. But thank you for making it this far and going through it with us. This has been an episode about Willy's Wonderland. For some reason, here we are, but we're here. Feel free to subscribe for more content like this. Encourage us to go on our dark, terrible journey that we must do. You can share the episode with your friends to spread the word about our cause to save the world by watching horrible movies and getting us onto the right timeline. You can become a patron at patreon.com/Socratic Cinema to ensure that our terrible purpose will be confirmed someday, helping us become the greatest podcast of all time. I mean, we already are, but if you just want to kind of set it in stone, you could become a patron at patreon.com/Socratic Cinema. You could follow us on social media at Socratic_cinema on Instagram and at Cinema Socratic on Twitter. And you can just hold your loved ones close and pray and be thankful that you didn't watch Willy's Wonderland. I don't have anything else, guys. That's all I got.
Well,
I think that's gonna be
we'll see you next week on Socratic Cinema.
Goodbye. Adios.
Adios.